Now starting, all attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our Jack's Facts training session. We realize that your time is valuable, and I would like to sincerely thank you for joining us today. My name is Doug Cook. I'm the publisher of Jack's Facts Travel Marketing, and today I am joined by Bruce Metzendorf, who is the Regional Sales Manager for Riviera River Cruises. As I'm sure you're all aware, river cruising is one of the hottest and fastest growing sectors in the travel industry today. And Bruce is here to share with you why Riviera River Cruising would be a great choice for your clients. We will have some time after Bruce's presentation for questions and answers. So if you would please write your questions in the appropriate place, we will get to those after the presentation. And now let me turn this over to Bruce.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Bruce Metzendorf, and thank you, Doug, for the introduction. I'm the Regional Sales Director for Riviera River Cruises, and so hopefully some of you have heard of us, or some of you are new to Riviera, as we are relatively newer in the U.S. market, but as you can see, we are a 34-year-old travel company. We are based out of the UK. We started, as I said, 34 years ago as an escorted tour operator, as we still operate for our outbound UK clients. And our first tours back then were down to the French Riviera, and that's where our name came from. But today we are a global escorted outbound tour operator from the UK and the largest river cruise operator in the UK as well. Multi-award winning for river cruising in 2018 with Travel Weekly and in the UK as well as in the US. And we are voted #1 in river cruising as a company in 2016 and 17 with our as well with the river cruise product. This year alone, we will send well over 120,000 passengers with us, with over 40,000 of those on our river cruises. As I mentioned, we have just been awarded the Travel Weekly Gold Magellan Award winner for cruises with for overall river cruising. So we are getting recognized here in the U.S. market, so we're very happy about that. So again, who are we? Again, 11 years of river cruising, so we are not new in river cruising in Europe. We have 12 elegant 5-star river cruise ships. As of those 12 ships, 4 were brand new last year, 2 are new this year in 18. We have 2 coming on for 19, as though we even retired our oldest of our original ships this season. And so we do have the youngest fleet cruising the European waterways. Very high satisfaction ratio, as 97% of our customers say they would book with us again. And that's a big number. Now, we realize that we can't satisfy everyone, as you all well know, 100% of the time, but with 97% saying they would book again, that's a very strong number. And I'm sure we could do that with your clients as well. We start with 15% commission, and then there are opportunities to earn more. And we do have an online agent booking portal, and once you're registered with us, you can then book online or certainly call us. And one thing about our reservations and booking portal that you can hold options for up to 5 business days, or essentially over a weekend, 7 days, where most companies won't let you hold them for 2. So we're here to help you close that sale and that business for you. Of course, we have the inclusions with the added values, with bottled water in your staterooms replenished daily. And if you want more, we can get it for you. Plush robes and slippers in your staterooms. Actually, we're the only river cruise line that has coffee and separate tea makers in every single stateroom, not just the suites. And the coffee makers and espressos. So once you figure out how to use them, people really enjoy that. And again, those separate tea kettles. Enhanced continental breakfast room service is included, where some don't offer or may charge extra for it. Superb dining with a choice of onboard restaurants. So we do have 2 restaurants on board, our main restaurant for breakfast, lunch, and dinner is open seating. And then for our, we do have a la carte or our bistro restaurant, and the bistro restaurant is open for lunch, as well as reservations for dinner with a sit-down a la carte options, but it is included in the price. 24/7 available coffee and cookies in the center of the ship or some kind of snack. Early bird breakfast and midnight snacks available as well. And again, because we are British, of course, high tea every day at 4 o'clock. Some additional ones like complimentary Wi-Fi, bicycles available on board to explore on your own, spacious cabins and suites with Crabtree Nevin, L'Occitane amenities, a hair and nail salon, fitness center. So there are other things to do on board the ship if you choose not to tour or while you're sailing. A spa or sauna and steam room, again, depending on the ship. And this is one of the most important things that I have found is that on every departure that we do, we set aside 5 cabins minimum for solo travelers with no single supplement. And always the best price with the first phone call, because our price is the price is the price. We don't change it. So the price in our brochure, or you'll find online, will be the same, and that price stays the same. We don't run promotions. We don't discount it. We don't allow discounting. We don't yield it up as the ship starts to sell or drop it last minute because we have some leftover availability. We give you the best price the first time for your clients where they will not be able to find it at better. So you're always going to be on even playing field, and know that you're getting, again, the best price where you don't have to call us a half dozen times to see if there's a better deal, because there won't be. So again, just to recap, some of the best quality to price ratio in the premium river cruise sector compared with our price. Again, simply, oops, sorry about that. There we go. Static pricing, again, with no surge charge guaranteed. No offers or inflated prices to fund early or late discounts. No single supplements on our lower decks on every sailing. Pay for what you drink on board and don't pay twice what you go when you go ashore. And I'll discuss a little bit more about our drink packages. So our luxury fleet, and I do apologize as I am fighting a cold. Our luxury fleet, we have our 5-star ships with the Emily Bronte, Thomas Hardy, Oscar Wilde, Robert Burns, and Williams Wordsworth, which are our newest. Those are our sister ships with what Viking or somebody else might call their long ships. They're 135 meters or 443 feet. Our other ships with the George Eliot, which is a new class starting in April, which will have all the top-end amenities and size staterooms of our larger ships, but maxing out at 132 guests, where our regular ships, the larger ones, will hold about 165. The Shakespeare and the Dickens, along with the Lord Byron and Jane Austen, 2 different classes as well. But again, lovely with all the amenities and appointments that we've discussed. And they're also 110 meters. And then on the Douro, which we have the Douro Elegance and Splendor, which are also part of our newest fleet. They are smaller because the ships on the Douro do operate, the locks are smaller, so the ships are smaller. And just as you see there, most of our ships are named after British authors, so they are very recognizable on the European waterways. So let me just show a quick video here, and hopefully this will play. And is there any volume? No. So I do apologize in the volume, but you will just follow along. Again, beautiful staterooms and suites on the Thomas Hardy. Excellent service, again, 5-star. Our panoramic lounge and bar area. Fine dining, and we'll discuss that a little bit more. With choices of seatings of tables of 2, 4, 8, 10. So you sit with whom you want, when you want. I will note that that person with the tie was an anomaly. I've never seen that on board the ship. It must have been the captain's dinner and they felt they had to dress up. Our bistro restaurant for more intimate dining with an open-air kitchen for tables of 2 and 4. Again, reservations for dinner. And again, this one is one of our newer ships built in 17, so less than 2 years old. Our sun deck, all our ships have pools or plunge pools, a little putting green on board, which most have, or a chessboard as well. Of course, the boutique for some onboard shopping. Our hair and nail salon studio. This is what a standard boutique style suite would be, or standard room. Our vessel sinks by Villeroy and Bach, the high amenities. This is a superior suite with the angled bed, a little larger in space and size. And then our deluxe suite with a private balcony built into the room, as you know that you can't build outwards, but also with a French balcony. So this is, again, one of the 5 larger ships that we have cruising the European waterways. So again, the dining room. In fact, I know this is on one of our ships, the Emily Bronte. I did sail on this earlier this year, back in late August, early September. And just because we are a British company doesn't mean we're serving typical British fare. So we're not having bangers and mash or fish and chips throughout every meal. So you will always find very European continental cuisine with choices of local or regional selections, and you'll always be able to get a piece of fish or chicken as well. So it is 5-star dining, prepared by our inspired chefs in our 5-star restaurants. This is one of our newer ships, the Robert Burns, which was christened back in April. The bistro restaurant, and again, the colors change slightly from ship to ship, and you can see the open-air restaurant in the back. And notice that there are only tables of 2 or 4. Here you go with the chef and the Emily Bronte. Room service, again, is included for breakfast. So you just fill out the card, the time that you like, and what you'd like to choose. And then you just leave that outside your door in the evening, and they will deliver it for the time that you choose in the morning. Some of our cabins, again, this is a lower deck cabin, and you'll notice the full window across the top, though, being the lower deck. And this is one I did sail in most recently. And you would just be able to close that curtains, and you couldn't tell the difference if you were on any other deck. But they are very spacious, comfortable, plenty of room, modern USB ports to plug in your devices. William Shakespeare, one of the other ships, again, with a French balcony. Deluxe suite on the Lord Byron, you can see lots of space. And the deluxe suite on our Douro ship or the Elegance, like with a separate sitting room and plenty of space for your clients to relax and enjoy. Again, world-class facilities. Again, most all ships have that plunge pool for you with the putting greens, and then lots of nice furniture to relax and enjoy as you're sailing the river. The deluxe balcony suite, you'll notice this outside sitting or balcony with the doors that open up, as well by the bedroom section, that would be a full French balcony as well. This is a typical stateroom with the French balcony on, say, the Oscar Wilde. You can see the Nespresso coffee maker there. So again, opening up the 3-paneled windows or sliders across with 2 full panels open, the whole room becomes your balcony. Here's another shot of the coffee maker and the tea kettle. Everything's lined up for you in the drawer. So again, the coffee, the tea, the Nespresso pods, any sweeteners and tea selections are available and in your stateroom. I mentioned the bathrooms. Again, the beautiful vessel sinks, the showers that are walkable, that you can walk around in, so you don't get stuck in a tube. So lots of space in the showers. They are flat pan or rainwater shower heads, as well as a handheld, so choice of either one. World-class facilities. Again, I mentioned we have the spa for massage services, and not very expensive. When I checked last, it was something for a 50-minute massage was 65 euros. So for a resort type of facility, it's not very expensive. Again, hair and nail salon to take in YU cruise. The fitness suite, so there's about 4 different items or workout facilities there in regards to a bike or a reclining bike, treadmill, cross trainer. And a little hint, in that room is a refrigerator that's always stocked with more bottled water. So if you don't happen to find your cabin steward to get you more, it's always chilled in there as well. This is on the Duro ship, so it's a larger pool. Even though the ships are smaller, it does have a little bit of a larger plunge pool. Another shot of the upper deck. And remember that you can, we have bikes on board to cruise along, and you might sometimes notice that the upper deck might be a little low, so our ships are designed a little differently. So as you come across the bridges here, sometimes you cannot be on the upper deck. And we have a foredeck that's lower, where we have this beautiful outdoor furniture to relax and unwind, so you can always sit there while you're cruising, and not if there's the sun deck may be closed with those lower bridges. The panoramic lounge with windows that go throughout the entire facility in the lounge area. So even if there's inclement weather, you can enjoy the views. So where can we take you? So you know that we can't build new rivers, so we actually do our cruises a little bit differently. So you'll notice we're on the Douro River, which we talked about. We're in the Netherlands for the Tulip Time with the Dutch waterways into Belgium. The Rhine River and the Moselle, the Main and the main Danube Canal into the upper Danube, as well as the lower Danube and the Rhone. So again, we have some of our great itineraries. These were starting out prices, I believe, for 18 cruises. So to give you an idea of some of the starting out pricing for our products. So we are very competitive in the market, but offering a 5-star product. So 4 nights Amsterdam, around the Tulip Times, the Yuletide markets. Again, 5-night Yuletide markets on the Danube, our 7-night cruises, and then we have 2 14-night cruises. And I won't go through them all, but just to touch on how we do things a little bit differently. Because during the Tulip Time, we offer a 5-day and an 8-day or 7-night cruise, which most offer that 7-night from Amsterdam, doing the Dutch waterways into Belgium with Bruges and Ghent, and they are included both. This cruise also includes Keukenhof, but a little different. We also offer and include an overnight in Amsterdam, so that becomes your hotel, so you can go out and enjoy the sights of Amsterdam in the evening. What is unique is our 4-night cruise around the Dutch waterways during Tulip Time, and seeing all the sights with that overnight in Amsterdam, including Keukenhof. One of the other things, some more different, is our Danube cruises. And I'm sure everybody does that 7-night cruises starting in Budapest and finishing in Germany. But again, we found that with our experience, when you finish in Germany and you get off that ship, it might be that 2.5-hour bus transfer to Munich airport, where then you'd have to connect to come home. And then to be at that airport 3 hours ahead of time. So if you have a later flight with that transfer, you could be there for quite a while, and it becomes a whole day of travel. So because of that, we do a round trip Budapest. So we hit all the highlights and main areas of what your clients want to see from Budapest in Hungary, Bratislava and Melk and Dürnstein. We go as far as Linz, where we include a full day trip to Salzburg. Again, that is included, coming back through Vienna, staying late into the evening, and then returning back to Budapest on the 7th day, where we also overnight in Budapest, where you get to experience the city and the evening of Budapest, and then depart the next day. Another different itinerary, and you'll notice one of the main things that we do is different is our Rhine cruises. Where everybody else starts in Amsterdam, we start in Cologne. And the main reason is, anybody's ever done that particular journey, is that the river between Amsterdam and Cologne is primarily industrial. So we don't want you to look at factories and warehouses for a day and a half to 2 days. So we start or end all our Rhine cruises in Cologne, where the river really begins. But it really makes a difference for that one cruise like this Rhine cruise to Switzerland, where everybody starts in Amsterdam, they finish in Basel, and they get off the ship and go home. But because we start in Cologne and then finish in Basel, but we arrive in Basel on the 7th day, where we include a full day tour to Lucerne, the tram up to Bernese Oberland, so you see the beautiful Alps region, and then come back to the ship, have dinner overnight, and then go home the next day. So you're getting a Switzerland experience included, where with everyone else, you're going to have to pay extra to enjoy this. This is the wonderful cruise from Cologne as a round trip, taking in the Moselle River. I did experience this. This is the cruise I did do the end of August, beginning of September, and enjoying into the Moselle, which is beautiful, lush green vineyards. So I think I've got some photos here, down into Trier, where this dates back to the Roman times, this structure. Bern Castle, that was me, yep, not the bear. The vineyards that line the river, the entire section, and it's just beautiful as the grapes come into ready to harvest. And then we come back from Koblenz down into the main part of the Rhine, and everything south of there is castle after castle after castle. So you'll definitely get your fill of all the beautiful sights along the Rhine River. And then we come back to Cologne, where we actually, again, do a overnight with a day tour or tour back in Cologne, and then an overnight in the city if you want to go out, and then get off the next day. Of course, this is the church that took 600 years to complete. And of course, the last night is the captain's dinner, and enjoying wonderful food and experiencing the ship and the company. Another wonderful cruise to take is on the Rhone. We do this a little bit differently as well, because we do come up into the Saône River, and you'll start in Lyon, finishing in Avignon or reverse. And through the Provence region, it's just gorgeous. And one of the largest, bigger sellers these days is our river cruise on the Douro, round trip Porto, with a full day trip out to Salamanca. And again, cruising this, you'll have lots of opportunities to see all the sites, going into seeing Matús Palace. Salamanca is a wonderful day trip with the oldest university in Spain. What the highlight there is that, again, seeing the university and walking around town in the tours, but also we keep a hotel there for the day where we have staff. So you can rest, relax, or your clients, they can leave items there if need be, come back for lunch or whatever the opportunities are available. One of the more unique cruises that we offer, and that sells out quite well, is this 14-night Budapest to the Black Sea. Now, many companies say they offer the Black Sea, but very few actually go out to the Black Sea. They usually go as far as Bucharest with a 7-night cruise, and then you have another cruise getting on to Bucharest, and then they return to Budapest in the 7 nights. We offer a 14-night Black Sea, Budapest to the Black Sea cruise, which actually goes all the way out to the Danube Delta, literally into the Delta, where this is a World Heritage UNESCO site, number 3 behind the Great Barrier Reef and the Galapagos, where there's unique wildlife and floral. We'll get your clients into smaller ships or boats where they can actually experience this and see all the sights that has to offer in that region. You never hit any town twice, but this region is just beautiful as you touch on Croatia and Serbia, Bulgaria and Romania, and again into the Delta and parts of Hungary, with that overnight on the last night in Budapest. So again, something more unique for your clients to offer, and this does sell out quite well for us every season. Of course, the heart of Europe, from Cologne to Budapest to return, taking in, again, another 14-night cruise, and seeing all the sites throughout the entire region. I already had this slide, my apologies. Let's talk about our beverage, and I mentioned our beverage package. We've found out, and as a British company, and again, operating for a number of years, that though Brits are very discerning travelers, they are also can be very frugal, and that's our core product. And talking to travel agents as well, is one of the things that we don't include is that we don't include the beer, wine, and soda at lunch and dinner, because many people in this age demographic don't necessarily drink, or they don't, and they also don't want to pay for other people's drinking, including the price if they maybe even be light drinkers. So we offer the beverage package as an option that you do need to pre-purchase. So for a 7-night cruise, it is $159 for the 7 nights, and that's again beer, wine, soda, juices for lunch and dinner, and then different options for the other nights, other night cruises. But again, it gives your clients an opportunity to say, listen, I don't drink so much, I don't want to have to pay for it. You always get that teetotaler that says, you know, I only drink 1 glass of wine with dinner, so they can order a glass of wine and be happy with that and not have to take the beverage package. So that's one of the options. The other options is we don't gouge. So if you do have someone who's that light drinker and only likes that 1 glass of wine per day maybe, or in the evening at dinner, a small glass of wine is only €250 or $3. A large glass would be $4 or $4.50. So again, we're not charging a lot of money. We won't gouge or take away. Even a vodka drink in the lounge is only €5 or $6. So again, you normally can't go out to a happy hour and get those kind of prices. The other thing that we're good with is that we don't mind if you want to bring on any type of drink and on board the ship and have it in your stateroom, whether it's beer, wine that you've tasted along the way, or even a bottle of spirits, whether it be vodka, gin, scotch, or whatever. As long as you keep that in your stateroom, we're absolutely fine with it. You certainly can pour it into a glass and walk out your stateroom, but again, gives you that opportunity and flexibility to do what you want and not have to worry about paying extra if you don't choose to. Again, a lot of part of this is the gratuities. So you tip who you want and whoever you want, if you want. Again, being British, it's not expected, though it is appreciated. So you can tip who you want. Or the other option is we do have a guideline that comes with your documents, which is somewhere between 8 and 12 euros per day per person. So again, about $10 per day, and we leave an envelope in your room the last night of the ship, and you can put whatever you want in that and then drop it in the bin before you get off on the last morning. And that is distributed to the entire staff of the ship, because you know there's always that person that you never see that's working back in the kitchen, preparing all the meals that you don't get to see, or the guy working the engines and the docking lines that you don't really interact with, that's doing a hard job. So the gratuities are spread out through the entire crew. We also, of course, we're not different. We work with groups. So you can order tour conductors for 1 for every 10 passengers, or 5 cabins double occupancy, you get 1 tour conductor. We have cabin allocation for group space, which gives you an opportunity a little bit differently, because instead of with other lines, they'll say, okay, you want this group, it's run of house almost. What we do is we take those cabins out of inventory that you want. So if you want 2 solo cabins, 2 regular lower deck cabins, if you want middle deck and a middle deck superior, and the upper deck 3 and a deluxe suite, we'll actually assign those to you and pull them out of inventory and give you 8 weeks to sell into that without deposit. And then myself and my colleagues will help you support that by helping with flyers and promotional materials, cruise nights, river cruise nights, or whatever is need be to help you sell into that if it happens to be a speculative group. The deposits are the same as FIT, so it again $400 per person deposit at that time, and then final payment, as same as FIT for groups, is 91 days or 13 weeks. So we are flexible and easy to work with our groups, and we're here to help and assist you on that. I don't know where this came from, the Oscar Wilde, just one of our other ships. Travel agent support, we don't discount. Again, early bookings, secure early bookings, as the price will never go down. The only thing that changes will be the availability. Hold options for 5 working days, as I said. We have video kits available on RivieraRiverCruises.com, along with the online agent portal at RivieraRiverCruises.com/agents. And that's where you'll find the agent portal. There is a form on there that you can click on that's fillable. To complete that, fill it out and send it back with your W-9 if you're not registered, and they'll get you all set up. This is another shot of our agent portal page. We do have additional training with Travel Agent Academy. So just complete the course by the end of December and be entered to win a free Riviera River Cruise. Again, that's on Travel Agent Academy. If you're already registered on there, you can certainly use your sign-on and get access. Join us on Facebook. So those of you on right now, I'm going to give you just a minute to go onto your mobile device if you're not using that at this time, and go to Facebook and join Riviera River Cruises Agents. And this is our dedicated travel advisor only page. And this is where we'll have many announcements in regards to, announcements of new ships, of new products, some specifics of our cruises, where we'll talk about FAMs, upcoming promotions and FAMs, and agent incentives. So Riviera River Cruises Agents. It'll ask you to answer some questions. Are you based in the US or Canada? Your IATA and any consortia affiliation. So just fill those out, ask to join, and you'll be all set. We do offer travel agent rates at 50% off, 60 days out. So please check availability online through the travel agent portal, and then you can call us to book. If you're looking for that very last minute, there's extremely limited space left for our Yuletide Christmas market cruises next month in December. I believe only on the 5-night sailing from Budapest. We have group and FIT rates available through 2019. We have our Yuletide Christmas market cruise for 2019 now available. And if you're looking out farther, we can do groups for 2020. I mentioned how we have 5 cabins on every single cruise for solo travelers without supplement. And we also now offer solo traveler cruises where the entire ship, every stateroom and suite is with no single supplement. So the entire ship is for solo travelers. And these are the current dates that still have some availability. They are selling quick. We've already sold out 4 cruises in 2019, and we've added all these to the program towards the end of 19. And again, pricing starting out at $21.89. So very good opportunities there, and that's on the Danube cruises. And to top that off, we'd like you to earn extra money for the holidays. So we're asking you to, any booking that you deposit for your clients now through the end of December, you'll get a gift from us. For any 4, 5, or 7-night river cruise, you book and deposit by the end of December, you'll get a $100 Visa gift card. And any 14-night river cruise, you'll get a $200 Visa gift card. So we do max that out at 4 cabins total, so you'll get a maximum of $800 if you took 4 cabins on the 14-night. So that would be nice cash in your pockets on top of your commission for booking Riviera through the end of the year. Certainly order your brochures, And you can do that at info@riviera-rivercruises.com. And there's also an inquiry on our main Riviera River Cruise agent portal site where you can order from there. Reservations is open now Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern to 7 p.m. The number is 888-838-8820. And of course, you've got our field sales team, topping off with David Homewood, who's down in the southern regions and really based out of Florida. His email at david.homewood@riviera-rivercruises.com. Myself here in the Northeast, at Bruce Metzendorf at riviera-rivercruises.com. And we also have a consultant working with us, Marilyn Conroy, with David Morris International, who's handling currently a little bit of our West Coast and some of the Canada regions. But any questions that you may have, feel free that you could reach out to myself or David to assist you with any groups, bookings, information. Of course, reservations is there to help as well. So I do thank you for joining me today. And hopefully you have some questions. If you do, I am here to assist. And Doug, I'm not sure if you want to take that off and if we have any questions out there.
Sure, absolutely. Thank you, Bruce, for a great presentation. And we do have some questions. I think you answered the first one already. The first question was, do you offer agent rates? And I think your slide had addressed that.
Yep, that's that 50% off 60 days out, on any cabin category that may be available at that time.
Perfect. There's a question about what is the currency on board?
Good question. Currency on board is euros. So in the heart of Europe, so we are, you do pay with euros on board the ship. You can add the gratuities if you so wish onto your account, and it would be charged in euros as well. However, your payments here in the U.S., when you make deposits and final payments for the cruise for your clients, it is in USD. Our office in the U.S. is here in Connecticut. So again, there's no, and all those prices that you saw are in U.S. dollar, and everything is charged here in the U.S. As normal.
Great. The next question is, are there vegan options or opportunity to request vegan meals in advance?
Actually, that is something I'm not really sure about. I know that we do have the chef on board that would assist and let you know of whether it be vegan, vegetarian, lactose, or gluten-free items. So the available to that, I would suggest that reservations might be able to help with you that a little bit more, because I'm sure vegetarian and lactose and gluten. I'm not sure about the vegan options, to be honest. Reservations may have more information on that and about ordering in advance.
Perfect. Next question is, can Riviera arrange airfare?
Yes, we can do airfare, pre and post hotel as well. However, we don't hold those big group contracts here in the U.S. that they do for us in the U.K. for our parent company. So we can do that for you. However, we also realize that you may want to work with a local, your favorite consolidator or tour operator for a package and put that together and make more money on it. So it's really up to you and as well as your client.
Great. I think the use of a consolidator is an excellent idea. Somebody's asking if you can repeat the Facebook group name.
Sure. Again, it's Riviera River Cruises Agents. I'll see if I can go back to that slide there. There we go.
There you go.
Riviera River Cruises Agents. It should come up for you.
Perfect. And the last thing I have here is somebody is thanking you for a very informative webinar. And
thank you.
I would like to echo that. It's been a great presentation. I think some of the some of the creative things you're doing with the itineraries should definitely be of interest to our travel agents' clients. So thank you.
Yeah,
And
thank you, and feel free to give us a ring or contact me directly. Again, check our prices for our versus our product, and you'll see that we're a great value, but with a 5-star product.
excellent. Thank you, Bruce, and thank you everyone for attending. I do want to remind you that there will be a recording of this webinar on our webinar library at www.jacksfax.com. That should be loaded by the end of this week in case you want to go back and review anything. Otherwise, again, thank you for attending, and I want to wish everybody a very happy Thanksgiving. Bye for now.
Yes, thank you, everyone.